It's tundra time. We've got our list. We're starting part 2. If you guys didn't see part 1, you might want to go check that out first. Heading to Wilbert's U-Pull Bath. Get a body control module for our Impala. I've got a list here. They have one 2007 that's a fresh kill, only been in the yard 2 days according to the World Wide Web. So we're going to check that one first. Days in yard 2, row 6. Oh man, that's way out here, man. That's okay. Gives us an extra chance to look at some other stuff. Probably some of these have been on an SMA video. Oh, we know this Avalanche up here. This one's been to my shop. Oh, Lucille, I think it says. Lucille's thirsty. I don't know what it means. Kind of a weird one. Yeah, I've worked on that one before. So all Chevys come to die, folks. Here we go, row 6. A whole bunch of Impalas there. By a whole bunch, I mean at least 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, a bunch of them. Let's find this one. Row. Where are we? Bath 5 days. Second page here, dude. Row 6, 07, 349 the number. They go through a lot of inventory here. If you need something off one of these cars, you get it, because the car's gonna be gone soon. They turn a lot. I don't know how long, typically maybe a month or so. See if this is our car right here, perhaps. A bunch of Impalas right here also. Anything cool? Oh, a knife. Cut you, man. Huh, usually they don't have stuff in these things. Stick your hand in there. You don't want to find a needle, I'll tell you that. Oh, easy, fella. This one a little different here with the world. A lot of moaning and groaning going on here. Gosh. I'm gonna get all mud. Oh. That'll teach you. Did anybody take a picture of the other module? We didn't, so we don't know if this is the correct number, but it didn't show any options. This is an 07 Impala. We didn't bring anything pointy to unhook the connectors. Ugh. We have the knife of exact 0. That was a quote from President Business of the Lego movie. Lord Business. We don't want to get cut by it. We just need something to push the tab in with. I did buy those new Lyle connector removal tools, pliers. Have not used them yet. Hopefully this body module is good. If not, we'll come back and get one of the 75 other ones they have. I just wanted to get it out of this body style Impala because I knew what I needed for tools more than anything. I didn't want to go looking in something newer and find out, A, where does it live? Is it a pain in the hoo-ha to get to? Yada, yada, yada. Do you remember that episode of Seinfeld when Elaine got on the yada, yada, yada kick? Okay, that's it. We're off to the races, boys. Too many rocking horses with that one. Back where we left off in part 1. Survey says part number is different. The interchange, though, says that this should work. Let's just control ourselves, hope that the interchange is correct. When I was looking at a car part, I don't remember seeing anybody posting all of the part numbers, and usually if there's a part number discrepancy, it'll say on there, they'll ask you for part numbers, but it appears that this thing fit everything. Oftentimes you'll find some modules in some of this era GMs where like the engine module is the same for the 4, 6, and 8 cylinders, and then it just comes down to programming. You know, hardware is the same, change the software, and then everything starts to work. We're gonna plug it in. Obviously, we're gonna have to program it. We probably should have checked to see if GM's TechLine Connect is working today. It works 50% of the time, every time. Hey, we got interior lights now. That's a plus, right? We never had that before. Let me turn the key on. Oh, we got wipers. We got a horn. We got high beams and low beams. We got a Prindle display. I'm not gonna crank it because it ain't gonna run. Plus I don't know what we left out under the hood. So, therefore we made the right call. The body module is JUNK junk. This one is garbage. Before we go stuffing that up in the hole, let's see if we can't program it and find out what's involved with that. I don't know. I'm sure there's something. Let's go see first and all if we can talk to it. The windows work now. We're not going to take our chance rolling them all the way down because we know that it's a Chevy, and we know that there's about a 99% chance that the window regulator will break. That works now. And like I mentioned, the Prindle display works now, and the backlighting, and the high beams. So that's fun. Okay, lucky guess.
And he was right. And he was right, an estimate.
Oh, with the reflection, it looks like you have 2 heads. One up, one down. For who? For what?
For that Ford that was here.
Oh, for the brakes? Monkey you? Where is he? Bugging you?
In there.
Okay. Not everybody at the front named Monkey. I'll be right in this though. 1 hour later, TechLine Connect is up and running. It's gone through all of its updates. We're connected to the vehicle. Let's see, 6230. Let's make sure that is our VIN, and it is 6230. We want to make sure. And then we're going to go to replace and program. And then we're going to click next. We're going to find our body module. We're going to make sure it gets programmed with this VIN and the options for this car. Body control module. No selectable options, it looks like. And let's see, so here's our current, all of our current numbers. That one's the same, that one's the same, that one's unrecognized. Same. Oh well, there's only like one. It's for the remote start option. Yeah, there's only a couple things that are gonna get changed here. Besides, you know, putting the VIN into it. So we'll let that get done. That can take a little while. Let that kind of do its thing. Always look in service day before you program something. When we're done, we're gonna have to do the brake pedal position, sensor calibration, and then we're gonna have to learn the restraint IDs using the tech tool. Sounds like it's all done programming over there. Module setup, BCM, setup SDM primary key in BCM. That is in the body module setup. After that, turn it off, turn it on. Oh, headlights are back on. It says that we are done. After programming, you must run the following BP sensor calibration. Re-zero pressure presence. Okay. We'll look at that later. Proceed with same VIN. I don't believe we can do any of it from here. We'll have to do it with the scan tool, because I think when we went here, yeah, all we had is a programming, no setup selection. So we'll have to finish the rest of it with a scan tool. All right, so that was easy. Does our radio work now? Because our radio was locked out. All right. The radio works again, so that's good. That's one of the things, you know, I mean, it will start and run with the used body module, but your radio will be locked out. So we're gonna unplug our GM dongle, and we're gonna plug in the Altel dongle. Leave the key off here for a minute. Take care of some things, and then we'll finish it up. Okay, we're back on the Altel. Let's see here. We're gonna just do a quick fault scan on it here. I don't remember where we left off with this thing. Interesting, the ECM has a code in it. Yep, airbag module's not going to be happy right now. Of course, oftentimes you can set a lot of codes during a programming event. We'll look and see if there's some communication codes, because it shut some of the modules off the line, as they say. So it'll throw some communication issues. Crank variation not learned. This sucker put a used ECM in this thing. That is typically from when an ECM has been programmed, or somebody's replaced it or reflashed it, so that's interesting. Alright, yeah, so we need to do this configuration error. We'll fix that. Brake pedal will fix that. The configuration variant will fix that. Yep, okay, so let's see. I think we can do this just with this scan tool. Maybe special functions. Setup SDM primary key in BCM. That was part of our instructions. We were instructed. They're now configured, so that's complete. BPP, brake pressure. Do not apply brake pedal throughout this procedure. Put it in park. Blah, blah, blah. This is back when cars were easy. Procedure complete. Back out of here, out of here. We'll give it the quick erase. And we're going to be left with that ECM code, because we have to do we have to have it running to fix that. But all the other codes here should be gone now, I'm guessing. But to do the crank relearn, the engine's got to be warmed up. Okay, let's see if this guy got lucky. Can we run it? Mass airflow's hooked up. No air filter, but we have a screen there, so no small children or animals are going to get sucked in. Here we go, boys. Contact. Yeah, it sounds like we definitely got misfire. misfiring. But again, it's been sitting for a couple years. It's got the shakes. Let's give it the old Italian tune-up here. We'll just leave that bar right there. Was it clearing up? Give her the old rev up tune-up. Huh. I mean, it sounds like it's misfiring. Feels like it's misfiring. Smells like it's leaking gas. Let's go in and see if this is going to turn into a three-parter. Let's go to live data. But like I say, it's been sitting for a couple years. Cylinder numero 50 is the bad one. Cylinder number 5. Which one do you think that is? 246 in the front. In the back. I'm not going to reach back there and touch the old Sparky, I'll tell you that. You don't know. The old mouth got to him. Bad news bears. Let me shut it off and let's just do a visual inspection there. We could recheck the codes and see if it's got an injector code or something here, but let's see. 13 number 5, that's going to be one all the way over. So number 5. Does that say number 5 on it? Still factory wires on this little guy. Feels like it's plugged up. It is not cut clean in half. And it's this one here. These are weird looking coils, dude. What's its companion? It's companion number 4. I don't see how these, oh, I see how, okay. So let's switch spark plug number 5 with spark plug number 4 and see if our, I'm sorry, spark plug number 2, 5 and 2, not 5 and 4. Looking at 4, same one thing. Let's switch 5 and 2, and this is going to tell us if our ignition coil is bad. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a waste spark system, so you can just swap them. So we just swap 5 and 2. Let's see if our misfire stays on number 5. Pot's going to pick you up here. We'll just do it live. Sometimes you guys like these live ones. Starts and runs. Where's our misfire now? Where's it at, boys? Not counting misfires just yet. Go back in there. Misfire is still on numero 5. Let's shut it off. Alright, well, we know it's not spark related in the sense of the ignition coil. However, it could be, spark related in the sense of a spark plug. I doubt it's mechanical, because when we give it the rev up tune up, we would have heard, usually you would have heard like low compression in the throttle body. Sounded good. Let's just see if we have a circuit code for an injector or anything like that, like a mouse issue. Engine misfire and crank variation not learned, that's it. Interesting. Well, let's put our plug wires back where they belong. There's this. The guy himself may want to fix his own car. At this point, he brought it here because this guy's a mechanic. He told me 40 years in the business. Since retired, something along those lines. We'll put our battery tender back on it here. We'll turn that back on, and at this point, I'm going to have to call the customer and see what he wants us to do. Does he want us to fix the wiring? Does he want us to figure out the misfire? When he initially dropped it off, he said he just wants it running. He couldn't figure out why it wouldn't run, so that's what we've done. Let's put the body module back up where it belongs. Now that everything's all programmed, minus the crank variation relay, but I'm not going to let it sit here and warm up on a misfiring cylinder and create more problems than we cured. Don't want to nuke his converter. But the good news is we got it running. That should make him happy. This stuff works. Stand by. That may seem silly to some of you folks that I would even, consider just stopping and, calling it quits, but when you're, when you're doing doing it as a business, this is what you do. I mean, you fix what you were hired to fix, and then that's it. Sometimes you're doing a disservice to do something you think is right. Let's see here. In the sense of, let's say you're like, oh, well, I'm just going to go through and figure out the misfire and this and that. Well, you got to get paid. I can't just be doing charity work. And if the guy says, well, I didn't want you to figure out the misfire, I just wanted the dang car running, I was going to do all the rest of it. Guess what? You got to eat your time. And if you got to go tell your boss, like, this guy doesn't want to pay, I don't know. You get it. You learn after a while. It's a hard habit to break because deep inside my soul, I just want to keep going. Like, well, let's just get the dang thing fixed. Let's get it all done, get it out the door, get the heck out of here. However, I have dealt with Joe Public long enough to know better. Put our data link connector back here. Get back there, data link. Hey! There's that. So that's what we're gonna do. We'll go give the guy a call and say, we got good news, Joe Public, and we got bad news. Good news is it runs. Bad news is it smells like gas and it misfires, and you still got a bunch of bad wires. What do you want me to do? The computer box junk. Well, that's it, folks. Can't get a hold of the customer. Left a message there, so we'll see if he ends up calling back in the next few days. Other than that, I'm going to have to park it back outside. I'm going to leave everything alone. Leave it just like it was received, because, like I say, it's not my car. It's just my business, and I've got paying customers out there that I know what work they want done, and then in this job we only agreed to get the car running, and that's where our agreement ends. We're finished. It runs. It doesn't run well, but it runs. Obviously the misfire is something else. Might be a spark plug, might be a bad wire or an injector or something, because the car's been sitting so long. But again, the guy's a mechanic, so he may want to go through and start working on it himself at this point. I don't know. So until I hear from him, I don't know. What I do want to hear from is you in that comment section. Questions, comments, Insta, the Facebook. You know where to find us, folks. And just remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.